minister all. I sent it to you early.
Eat, laugh,
What on
smile
there?
again, just in time for the holidays. And save. Renew is offering people suffering with their teeth an early gift, $1,000 off a dental implant anchored smile that locks securely in place.
I was like sold when I saw the price that Renew was offering. I have no regrets.
So take advantage of an extra $1,000 off, just in time for the holidays. Stop waiting. Schedule your free consultation with a local Renew Realtor today.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our firm is a family firm. John, my boys, and so many lawyers who have been our partners for so many
some
years.
of them, they
We
still
know that
don't
an
believe it.
accident or an injury can have terrible consequences for your family. We don't take your representation for granted, and every day we will work hard to never break that trust.
Time him out. Amen. Time him out. Time him out, security guard. Now, we not talk about him today. Look at this now. Look at this now. He said, right here, persecuting the church, he thought he was doing it because the Pharisees, right? They wanted everyone to go with the Moses law. But as I said, when Christ came, he fulfilled that law. So while he was walking this earth, fulfilling every prophecy, they had a problem with him. And they crucified him. But
Thank you, sweetheart.
And God,
The person who just sent that to me. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
look
you.
Look at this now.
We've seen several homes.
Let me call you. Let me see what me go call you.
Righteousness that is in the law.
AJ, thank you. Thank you,
So it
AJ.
says blameless in the law.
This is the reality
Because
of a
he
direct hit
abided by that
from a
law.
powerful hurricane
But
in our area.
everything,
This is not a storm that we
it's
will
like a
recover from
church.
quickly.
Do the
We have a
interviews.
long road ahead of
Yes,
us,
praise
but we
God.
will recover
There's a
and
young
we'll
man who
rebuild
he can't wait to
together.
give his testimony.
We will all need to be patient
Brother
and
Bruce
help our
is
neighbors
gonna
and our family
be
members.
sitting in.
They expect to shut
I'll
down
tell
the
you about it.
northeast
Didn't
and
you see that
southwest sewer
sexy
treatment
light
facilities
that
to keep
that
the
I was
operators of their
thinking
sites
about?
safe. They'll close the sites if 5 to 7 feet of water get into those sites.
Give me 1
Or
second,
if the
people.
winds get unsafe for
When I
those
listen to the
operators
weather.
and they have to evacuate them. They will let residents know beforehand if that decision is made.
Oh my God, that's so much
Officials are
smutty when
urging
they're
affected
sensing.
residents not to
Thank
flush
you
toilets,
so
shower,
much.
or do laundry in that case. City officials hope to get those plants back up and running within 24 hours if they do shut them down, but they say
Thank you so much, guys. Guys, I wasn't paying attention to my phone all day. All day, I was not paying attention to my phone. I was so busy. I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I was so busy, guys. I was so busy.
I mean, there's distance. Yeah, I mean, we're still. I mean,
You know me now want mix God business and
1:43 in the
the
afternoon.
not so God business, you know, not that is worldly and business. I don't want to mix God business and the worldly and business, because I would be no better than the rest of them are out here. We got church Sunday and then Sunday evening, then cuss. Sunday before then got church, then cuss. Sunday evening, then cuss. You understand what me I say? Me no want mix God business and other business, and me that.
This is moving to the northeast.
I know me that at all.
Northwest rather at 25 miles
Trust
an
me.
hour. This is currently located.
Cause if you see me heading, me I come with Anna fix a shanty, you see. Anna fix a shanty sweet me so till you can't sweet me no more.
Right there. You can see
I
the
don't
definite
want to mix
rotation
God
working its
business
way
and worldly and
northwest
business
at
at
25
all.
miles an hour. So over towards Fort Meade, into south
know, listen
of
the
Bartow,
weather.
south and east of Bartow. And you can really see the rotation with that right now. We've seen this time and time again. And these are all locations and these are all rotations that have had that just continuous off and on, very strong rotations, and then maybe weakening a little bit. But there you see it. Very strong rotation with this, working its way very quickly on towards the north and west. And that's just the newest one, because we're just littered with these. Here's another one.
Aye, Inez, aye.
And just to the south of Alcona.
Boy, the rain,
as
they
well.
fall, you
This
see.
is one that we've
The
been talking
rain,
about
they
for probably
fall.
about 25 to 30 minutes as well. This one just getting ready they move right over 60, it looks like.
Me just
So
read
over
out,
towards
let me play
Lakeshore,
one
Tacoma,
Psalms.
Hillcrest Heights, Highland Park, and say to the east right
Do
now
you
of
love the
Lake
Bible
Wales.
app?
So if you live
Yes.
just to the east of Lake Wales,
No
this
thanks.
is heading in your direction. Also watching other areas down to our south. Looks like some of these starting to weaken, but again,
Let me
there
play
you
one
see all the
Psalms,
rain
people.
with this through Wauchula. So throughout Hardy County,
Psalm 109.
into DeSoto County.
Hold not
and
thy
then
peace,
just
O God of my
right
praise.
this way up into
For the mouth of the
Hillsborough
wicked
County,
and the mouth of the
stretching over
deceitful are
into
opened
Pinellas
against
County
me.
as well.
They have
See
spoken
northwest
against me with a
wind
lying
across
tongue.
the Sunshine Sky
They
River.
compassed
That's
me
where we'll
about
see these
also
winds
with words of
gusting
hatred,
well in excess
and fought
of
against me
tropical
without a
storm now,
cause.
50,
For my
53
love
miles
they
an
are
hour.
my
We're seeing the
adversaries.
latest wind gusts with this.
Myself
And
unto
one of the
prayer,
latest bands, and here's the eye. And the
rewarded me
eye
evil
is
for
We are
good.
doing
well
fine,
off the
sweetheart.
coast
For
Thank
my
you. We are
love.
and it's
doing
near the
fine.
coast.
Set thou, wicked man,
Still
over him,
hours and
and let
hours
Satan
away.
stand at his
I
right
about
hand.
120 miles
When he shall
off
be
the coast
judged,
of
let him be
Sarasota right
condemned,
now.
and
So
let his
it's gonna
prayer
basically
become
track
sin.
right up in this
Let his
direction.
days
So
be
haven't seen
few.
much with this
Let
before.
another
We're
take his
continuing
office.
to watch as we go
Children
through
be
the
fatherless, and
afternoon.
his wife a
Watch
widow.
for that
Let his
possibility
children
of
be
that wobble.
continually
And you start to see
vagabonds
this more and
and
more when you have
beg.
these systems
Let
that
them
are
seek their bread
kind of
also out of their
lopsided. You've got all
desolate
this weather
places.
on one side, you've
Let
got
the
the dry air
extortioner
early
catch
in the day.
all that he
That
hath, and
southern
let the
side, you start
stranger
to see these
spoil his
wobbles of
labor.
the system.
Let there be
And
none
that's
to
what we're
extend mercy
watching.
unto him,
It's absolutely
neither let there
possible
be
to
any to
predict
favor his
when and
fatherless
where one of these
children.
wobbles might happen.
Posterity be cut
We're going to
off,
continue to watch for as we
generation
go through
following,
the rest of the afternoon.
name
Here's
be
the
blotted out.
satellite imagery with this.
Iniquity of his
Times you're
fathers be
seeing that
remembered with the
sort of
Lord.
lightning right near the
The
center.
sin of his
But
mother
now
be
that
blotted
the
out.
center is essentially
Let them
compromised,
be before the
you're going
Lord
to continue to see
continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth.
compromised because
Is
of
that
the
he
strong
remembered
winds,
not
that
to show
wind shear that
mercy,
we've talked so
but
much about with
persecuted the
this.
poor
That
and
is
needy
really
man,
starting
that he
to
might even
help
slay
weaken
the
this.
broken in
I
heart.
will,
That trough,
sweetheart.
the other
As he
thing that
loved
it's doing
cursing,
is what
so let it come unto
picking
him.
it up.
As he
And it's
delighted not
pushing
in
it over right
blessing,
now,
so let it
pushing
be
it
far
right
from
into
him.
the state.
As
Now,
he
the other part
clothed
of this
himself
is we
with
actually have
cursing,
cold
like as
front
with his
which is
garment,
working its way
so let
in.
it come
So
into his bowels
an
like
unusual
water,
situation
like
because we
oil
have
into
a
his
tropical
bones.
system
Let it be
interacting
unto
with a
him
cold
as the
front.
garment
What
which
it's going to
covereth
do
him,
is it's going to really
and for a
hit
girdle
the
wherewith he is
rainfall. So
girded
that is going to be a
continually.
really big
This
concern
be the
as we
reward of
go
mine
through the overnight
adversaries from the
hours
Lord, and
on
of
what
them
we
that
would normally
speak evil
consider that
against
weaker
my
side, the
soul.
better side of this
Do
storm.
thou for me, O
Yes,
God the
you might deal
Lord,
with less
for thy name's
wind,
sake,
but you're going to deal
because
with a
thy
lot more
mercy
rain. It
is
looks like, look at the
good.
winds right
Deliver thou
now.
me.
There you see St. Petersburg gusting
Poor
to
and needy,
53 miles
and my
an hour,
heart is wounded
47
within me.
in Clearwater. These
I am
are some
gone
of
like
these
the
areas that
shadow
have
when it
really strong
declineth.
winds working
I
their
am
way
tossed up and
through,
down as
and
the
we're just going to
locust.
continue, I
My
think, to
knees
see
are
these
weak through
winds
fasting, and my
working their
flesh
way up even
faileth of
higher
fatness.
as we go through the
And
rest
became
of the
also a
afternoon,
reproach
especially
unto
as we get
them.
more of these
When
bands
they looked
working their way
upon
through.
me,
So
they
here's
shaked their
the
heads.
1 p.m.
Help me,
advisory
O Lord
winds
my
at
God. O save me
145
according to thy
miles an hour, moving
mercy,
to the northeast
that they may
at
know
17
that this
miles an
is
hour.
thy
These
hand,
intermediate
that thou, Lord,
advisories
hast
should
done
not see
it.
any
Let them
track
curse.
changes with these. But we're
Thou,
still looking
when
at
they
right about
arise,
8 o'clock
let them be
tonight, just off
ashamed,
the
but let
coast
thy
of
servant
Sarasota. So
rejoice.
does look like as
And
we head into
adversaries be
the
clothed with
late night
shame,
hours,
and let them cover
we'll have
themselves with their own
midnight, 1 o'clock in the
confusion
morning.
as
This
with a
could work its
mantle.
way onshore,
Greatly
somewhere
praise the
between
Lord with
spots
my
like most
mouth,
likely
yea,
Bradenton
I will
and
praise him
Sarasota. As
among the
far as
multitude,
eye
for he
is
shall stand at
concerned,
the right hand of
of
the
course, the
poor,
weather
to
extends
save
well
him from
beyond that.
those that
But
condemn
we know
his
where the guy is
soul.
because you've got the strongest portion of this, and then from that eye to the south, that's where you're going to see that maximum.
All right, guys, me there. Me I watch the weather. I'm watching the hurricane every step of it. I'm having an anxiety attack at the same time. I have to try and keep my spirit up. I have to try and keep my spirit up. Let me plug in all of the device them. Let them stay there and charge. You can't find one of the phone. That means say you must see this somewhere. You have to there somewhere. I don't know where they right this minute. I don't know where it is right this minute. But I have to keep my spirit up right now. So listen now. And I come out for Ashanti, you see. It sweet me. It's sweet. Me make me go look feet already. Away there, Anna. Come out for the Ashanti with enough self. It's sweet me so till. Away there. Thinking bad.
Nobody message me. Answer nothing. So no show up life because I 200 more before me start talk.
Me now wait pan
What happened to you,
200, Anna.
Rosie?
Anna, me now wait
You
pan
just jump
200.
up some every minute. What happened?
Talk out of your
Are you
nice
not going
clean
to your
mouth,
bed?
Anna.
What happened to you? You can't even put on my cup every minute you want to go and juice. What happened? What happened to you? How can you do the one do that come up and say no?
Come talk out of your nice clean mouth here, Anna.
What happened to you? Oh man. Chris, when the post one rub down and you gone to bed. I make you rub. Every minute check on my arm. Take Rosie and put her on your room. Watch her. You see it? She want to rub. She push up her head.
Guys, listen to me. For all the people who sent me that my little money, I am very, very sorry, but I did not see it because I don't know what's going on with, especially the ones them and Cash App. I don't know what is going on with Cash App because Cash App look like them change up and then keep telling me, hold on, my back hurt. Then keep telling me, say, me must put in my email, accept this. Then when he say accept, he tell me say for deposit it. Then when after me done say, all right, me deposit it, cause I don't know what they talk about, so me do it. Then he tell me say for withdraw. And by the time if you withdraw, it went straight to my my account. I don't have a Cash App card, so everything have to do with my bank. So it went straight there. I'm sorry that I didn't send you back a notification because I never see it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your help. I appreciate you. You know yourselves, guys. Okay? Thank you very, very much. So it's like I'm doing everything today. Mix up, people Tory, the weather news. May I watch the weather carefully? Because right now, I have anxiety attack. I am having an anxiety attack. I don't want to take any medication because it going to send me straight to my bed. So, me come fi come talk to Uno keep me company. Alright? I go and go straight. Okay. So, make we go back out here. Wow. Anna have to say.
Push up her head, oh man.
Me I play everybody live today.
You see the job? Yeah, go over now. Rosie?
The hurricane is coming, guys. It gone up back to 5. It gone up back to 5, people.
Just want to attention, you see?
You anxious, Fry? Hey, anxiety, they kill me.
Okay, when I reach 200, they'll tell me. Because one time I go down to this. And let me tell you something, Ashanti 360.
Yeah.
Ashanti 360. I'm not afraid of you, know.
Not at all.
Don't think I'm afraid for calling the name.
Nope.
Each time I call a name, I have to take all 12 Andrews.
Oh, God.
Because I have upset stomach.
Wow.
So I think I'm afraid of you. Why am I not call your name?
You
You
tell
just
them.
know lippings and yappings.
Mm-hmm.
With nobody on the media. So I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid I'm going to do what I want. I'm afraid of you. So I got chattings and chatting with the pan. And you think me that I come back and forth with you? I need to come back and forth with you. Because no boy was growing up their son from 6 months old. I'm not supposed to be talking with.
Wow.
You understand me? Me not supposed to attack Ashanti. You come to Jamaica many times, you can't sit down for your life and do a live for 1 hour and just make somebody see your location where they and don't move.
Right.
You just have to jump on, jump off, jump off, jump off, jump on, jump off, jump off, jump off.
Yes.
You can't sit down one place. I don't know what I'm talking with you.
No way at all.
Because you see, batty business, I have a follow up with you. So you talk about me, oh, honey, you was a lesbian, and you look like a bouncer, and you look like a this. I never sex my mother yet. But your father body you down. And even if I was a lesbian, and so what? Your mother was not my type.
You go there, girl.
And will never be. And you know what this one I can talk about? Was. I just changed long time.
Long time.
Different adjustment live here now.
You go, Anna.
So I don't wanna come with a makeup tour, you know, put on tour and add on tour and this and that. Wanna just look views and content.
Yes,
I'm
that's
telling you,
true.
say you see the keyboard badness, the social media badness,
Yeah.
I like with them.
That's true.
I like with them no. So I'm just gonna come tonight and talk my 2 cents and get it over with and keep it moving. Cause I can't keep up my time, you know.
No.
Cause I'm too busy. Cause you see right now, Mr. Song, I work me day. You see for your work, I have to sell out the whole of the creases and the crevices in your body wall. That's a fear work.
Go, girl.
Yeah. How did you go to all your ears hole?
Oh my God.
All your nose hole.
Wow.
And your body bust up, you can't sit down steady. Every time you sit down, you come like you sit down by one hot cold stove.
Yes, Anna.
Can't keep steady. So I'm not whole argument with boy like you.
There you go, Anna.
When you come to Jamaica, you start where you
Yes.
and move.
And don't
No
move.
whole argument with you.
Hey.
I not whole argument with you.
No.
So I'm just make you know say, I know you may come to deal with it now. Ashanti 360. With your G-string each of your body and squeeze you.
Jesus.
With your G-string rub out the whole of your body wall.
Yes.
I know you may come to talk to. I'm not come to talk to you. Cause you feel like say, you think say, I'm more me not have, or afraid of you.
You're not
I'm
afraid
afraid
of
of you, man. I'm afraid of what I know me can do to you if I hold you.
Anna,
But guess why? See, but it's funny me.
Anna, are the same thing me say. Cause them things say people afraid of them, you know. If you hear say me I take out a restraining order against you and so, me I take out it because of what me know me can do to you. No but you, me not afraid of you. I true, you know, Anna. Yeah man, me love Anna bad. Anna, me love you, Anna. Cause me know say you're bad like that. And Ashanti can't say nothing to you. Yeah man, me admire how you just not answer, you not say nothing. You make him one time the thing saying can't chat. Cause he's just a punk. He's just a little punk boy. That's all he is. Thank you, Anna. Give it to him.
But guess what? You see badness for the media? Help on that. You. Anyway, that was a commercial break, guys.
Yes.
Share up the life, 200% before we get into the meat of the matter.
What?
A girl rush me, she and her pooper, and not yet pooper, and her brother. And I have to deal with them.
Yes, Anna.
Look for me nice and clean. You know see no strand away from me and a bruise? Or no wheel? Not even a strand and me hair no fade. You have to deal with that girl, her pooper, and her brother. Yeah, because I now make no girl and no boy beat me. Floor me for them. Nice and easy. One thing I go say, I will come out, come talk about a lie them tell upon me. Don't tell no lie on me. Why you not tell lie upon me? Eh? Why you not tell lie upon me? Don't tell a lie upon me. Don't tell me never ever talk that. Me never ever talk that. Me never ever tell you say, don't tell a lie on me. That not going nowhere.
No. No way at all.
Share up the lie, people. We have to get down in it.
Get down in the meat
We're
of
going
the
down
matter.
into it.
Yeah.
We have to organize. When you think me that come and say, oh, why not do that why not do that to Anna? When you really tell that to Anna, Anna never take up my shades. Anna never, on that kind of thing,
You
one
whoop
thing
them.
with me, me a straightforward girl.
You whoop them.
Me never go around corner.
Good
me never
girl.
bend around bush. Cause me not afraid of people. I'm going to talk all the time. Say me not trouble people, but don't mess with me. I don't trouble people, don't mess with me. I have a beautiful heart. My intention is pure. I am very loving and very caring. And I have a compassionate heart towards people. But you say if you mess with me, you're going to get me inside out.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway guys, fast forward to Saturday. Saturday guys, listen this good, right? I had my cousin funeral, right? So anyway, I tell them already, say, Christine, come here look a bit. That's a kind of something.
Hi, good
Put
ass.
on
How
the
you
pussy,
doing?
I got the pussy, me youth. Pull up my pussy in the car. Remember the police don't walk out? Oh, man. We are going to pussy. We are going to go people and put it up. Put it up. Yes, I see man, there's a hot boy. My ear right, put it right over there food. But don't put it on the high speed though, come in today.
No man, you treat and make the I don't know.
Yeah, put it on the lower speed.
And I just out a boy and a girl and him papa and him brother.
Yeah, make your routine, you know, this stuff. Thank you very, very much. I have to be comfortable to talk this story. Yes, guys. I have to turn on the fan to talk this story. Because this story come like it's a movie. Yes? So let me tell you now, guys. Listen to me now. And listen to me good. My eyelash will drop off. Eyelash will drop off. Listen to me good. And listen to me. Yvonne McLean, what's up, my darling? How are you, honey bunny? It's a long time I don't see you. Oh my God, I never want you to catch me on this live, you know. Because I get rush me with a land dogger. I may have been beat out her backside out of her last. So, we don't want to catch me in a bad mood. But I'm really in a bad mood still. But just to explain a local scenario that took place. You understand? So it's not really a bad mood, me not really. Me good. Me never scar nor bruise no upon me. Never my falls here. No lift up. You understand me? And it's the same with me, Yvonne. So, I'm glad to see you, Yvonne. I'm glad to see you, darling. I'm glad to see you on the live. Also, a long time I not see you check-in also. I'm happy to see you tonight. But I didn't want you to see me when I'm sharing a bad experience. It's not a bad experience still. Because me know you who the one who say, me make nobody beat me. You one who say, and I defend herself and come out top notch. So, hear this now. So, you know, remember one time, see if you remember that tour here, when me did come out and tell you no say, me have
Me no say no for no have nothing to do, you know. And I sit down right here, so and I watch you know they come in. Me I watch you know. You know, you no like me. You know, you no like me, you know. But you no can help yourself. You cannot help yourself.
only the eyelash will drop off. Only the eyelash will drop off. And the water make it a drop off. Only the eyelash, Keisha. I remember one time, guys, when they come out, but for now, you can say no. Remember one time I come out here, I tell you, say, I have solid evidence and proof, say. Why you not see what I'm saying? And proof, say. How was it? I tell you, I have solid proof and evidence, say. I have a so-called family member what tear me down out here. And I come out and bust up some liberty on the live day. And I tell them, say, that so-called family member been going around and giving bloggers
Information.
false information about me and trying to tear me down, dirty my name, spoil my reputation in social media, and I have solid evidence. Solid evidence. Okay? One of the solid evidence I have pertaining to that is her sister, one named Natasha or Kashika. What your name? Yes, me I get you involved too, you know. Come and wear you two hard box. I remember. Anyway, me see you, you have to owe you that. You see, after me listen, after me see you over Ashanti Live Kashika, I like up Ashanti Live, you look nasty, wishy-washy girl. You look like went an old rake a country, rake out and done out and nobody no want it to use. I saw you look. You of all person, when me take up and dust off and beard off.
Out of order.
Yeah? And try to fix a big mouth for you have a look appearance. You of all person when me feel should have never tried to cut against me. But guess what? It's the God of heaven and sleep now. And thank God. Thank God Jesus say.
Hi, Real. How are you? I'm good.
Just remember, me,
I'm good, sweetheart. I'm only having a anxiety attack right now. The rain is coming like nothing. The storm now reach until before the morning, or it might be in a Thursday. Me wish it come in at the middle day when we can at least see the 1, 2, 3 o'clock before the morning. Me not really in at that. Me not really in at that, but God know why they do. Me kind of have an anxiety attack, so that's why me come on the live and me they play everybody live. I have a lot of stuff that I need to listen to and talk about. But yeah, alright. If you no listen, no hear the rain out a door. Glad to catch me today. Okay. Yeah, man. Me I watching news too at the same time because everywhere red.
This warning set to run here for the next 20 minutes or so, but we're continuing to kind of highlight this area right near Parker Island where we are seeing some indications of some rotation, some potential debris that we may be able to kind of see here on our radar indicated area. But yeah, you can see that right along.
The good thing is I am not into an evacuation zone at this time. I'm in Hillsborough County. And I think we are in, I have to make sure which part we're there. But we are not in an evacuation zone right now. I'm a stressor. I can't help it. I can't help it. Right now, I'm in an anxiety mood. And me they kind of snap at everybody around me. So me just come up in my room and say, make me do a live. We just decide to just come up in my room and do a live. The emergency warning is passing through soon, so take shelter. Yeah, man, me alright. Me in my room. I'm inside my room, so it's like I'm in a safe zone. But the way all the anxiety they take over me and all of that, in a kind of panic mood. It's like me have to stay out of everybody way. Cause me they get me they snap. Me keep snapping at everybody. I'll be me go snap. Like it's just one of that morning where everything bother me. But I want my anxiety they kick in. Yeah man, I want my anxiety attack they kick in. So no pay me no mind. No pay me no mind at all. Hi, Dream Eyes. What you do, darling? Good afternoon, good morning, and so. Anna put Ashanti right in her place. Right in her place. I mean, I don't know who trouble Anna. Anna beat the papa, the daughter, the brother, all of them. without a scratch on her. So make Ashanti stay there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you too hard box. I know me see you. The 2 years I'm gonna ring like church bell in book you. You Kashika. You know why? You of all person. You of all person. Record Wendy and a dirty big pan Stephen man named Bobby whatever town. You record Wendy. When Wendy and her man a chat me about me a scammer, me a this and me a that and one mega things. And I send in message to Ashanti. You Kashika. And you send the message. You tell me sister, you tell me sister about it. Maybe my sister hear it. And my sister screen record everything what you say because she couldn't believe it.
Yeah, yes, good as.
And you tell me mother everything.
Hey, Jack.
And yes, I'm my mother. And me I take care of my mother. So yes, my mother will tell me back. Anything you want to do me, my mother will tell me back. Just know that. And me and my mother backbone. Anything at all. And after you bust out everything where she tell Ashanti say. You want to let me know. You are just one. You're not the only one. So just point of correction.
Yes.
Make you know say. I know you are the only one.
People business is the best way to get over your stress. I am telling you, that's why I start you up. That is why I have a lot of people business to talk about this morning. Yes, me can. Yes, people business. So me I start off with Anna. Me I listen to Anna.
Talk up the things where Wendy and her man. And you're the only one record them. When them talk about me a scammer, me a this and me a that and me a this and me a... And why not worry? You're not the only one record them. And send it to my sister I love so much. My sister love me already for dead for me. And my sister you tell. Because you know so my sister will tell me. You send it to my mother too, because you know so my mother will tell me too. Hello? And you, Kashika, when you're looking dirty crutches, sister, Wendy, over Ashanti Live, I call up my name. You, I like up Ashanti Live. Anyway, me see you. You get 2 hard box, make your ears ring like a church bell. Because you is a dangerous sword. You come back, you come tell me everything Wendy I do. And how Wendy I carry my name go all about. And I talk about what me and husband history and everything. I have them for recording. And you, Kashika, when you now run and go back at town, you're in a car with a mother, load up on top. You think me not here, girl? You think me not here? And after me never step in your face that day. Mommy beg for you. I say, alright man. You get her today. You go on, you get her today. And I couldn't believe say you sit down and so loud and so strong for my name when you got town. And I couldn't believe say you Kashika over Ashanti 360 Live. I like of Ashanti 360 Live when Ashanti I bring down me what feed you. Me have the screenshot as a click on the live and start comment up because I like up Ashanti Live. Nobody could believe. Everybody have to look if I really do that. Don't buy the hands that feed you nasty girl. Wishy-washy Kashika, don't buy the hands that feed you. Remember when you don't have nothing at all for your children them go to school. Remember me come at town. And me come back to school shopping for your pity them. Uniform, khaki, school bag, everything. When they pay your face and nobody else never look on you.
That's what people are.
And me come at town. I'm going to market back. But them are ready make uniform. And I have it. Well, part time I help you know. And don't have nothing for myself. Leave back. When you try to break down. I break down in a Saturday story, you know. But you just take a look at time with me. Let me talk about Kashika. Let me talk about Kashika, Natasha Grant. Let me talk about your little bit. Let me show you you're wicked. One part time. Everybody turn them back on you. You're the thieving man who are robbed down the whole place. Box and kick you in your pussy and blood up it. And I'm me. When I'm gonna kill you and white squall and knock you. And you gone to the enemy camp against me.
Yeah.
What have your back? Me not have nothing to say about you. Because me have too much to talk. But you see you Kashika? Me have to make you. Me have to make you Kashika. Stay up on a little sideline there. Because me tell them that me not have to argue with you, you know. Me just come to explain to the people them worry go and set the car. People are going to hear say, oh, and I run down our cousin and beat our cousin with my shit. And see the proof there because the Ashanti are sure the proof there. But nobody not going to hear my side of the story. So that is the only reason why. Me come tell the people them what really go on. Because Ashanti 360 headline is Anna attack our cousin with machete. That girl is not my cousin. Me and her family, I don't know her from nowhere. That blew her out. So guess what? And I'm going to talk. How really go on. And no, just go on easy. And you are blessed. And it a mad them because them don't know your business. And you are not the only one that had husband issue. We fall down but we get up. I never have no husband issue. Husband have their own issue. We move on from husband issue a long time on it.
Same so.
You see one time I tell her say, when me I tell her say girl, say Wendy did I talk about me and husband story. That time there, me and husband was together like this. You understand? Me and husband was together like this. A jealous of the cold water but the girl jealous over me. Jealous the girl jealous over me. So she run go pan Shein, go buy a ring for 15 US. And go down to RGD, you go married. And then take a picture of them with Snapchat. Hey girl, now make me thump your 340 no man. It should run, cause she jealous. So when she see me married, I talk about husband, I just jump in a little party and sketch out it. So I just sketch out a little party girl. As I talk about husband. When she talk about me and husband, I talk about husband no want me and this and that and blah blah blah. And after that I call fight. She never married it, you know. Me and husband never separate, you know. Me and husband is there so. But she jealous and bad mind. She jealous and bad mind. And everything she see me with, she want it. She want to gain everything what she see me with. She see me married, so she run go married to a look of big pants, catchy, water down, shaky, dusty body, all man what she have. She run go pan Shein. Yes, girl, me know you go pan Shein. Because you're the nasty sister when you're Natasha Grant. And she come tell me. You go pan Shein, because she don't want no secret fear because you look a bitch. So I don't want no secret fear, boy. She, your sister, show the scene when you go pan Shein, go buy a ring for 15 US. They have the couples ring. They have the couples ring. Pan Shein for 15 US. 15 US for your man ring. And you run go buy it and buy one frock and you buy one frock of a Shein. And run go down to RGD. And the same look blue sequin jacket. You one blue jacket where your man have. You couldn't even say boy I buy one jacket for this special occasion. I want a sequin jacket. You run go down your RGD fast, but you have married. When you look at popcorn ring while you buy a machine and you want to talk about me. You husband I want you. And one person that talk about me and husband. But that I come to talk about now. Can me start talk about you and your husband and girl? You're not done yet, so. You understand me? I'm tell you and you know me on a keyboard bad girl. So me over Ashanti come and talk about and say, and I'm nobody. And I'm no bad girl.
What is that?
Alright, I'm getting this story. Long story short run. Anyway, me did tell her friend she chat, I chat pay things when I bring me down on social media. She never call in with her advice. Upon the show. She sending her information. Hide my call her hide my call her ID sitting like so. She sending to Ashanti and say hide my call her ID. So she never tell him what she name or nothing. She don't tell him what she name or nothing. But she sending all the information and tours what she want to send him about me. And me have solid proof say.
As she do.
Oh you, as somebody I said to myself say, you say you and me a family. And you see people that tear me down and jam me down on social media. How you say me a family? And you join up with the enemy to kill your own family. And me say a family killer. That me say to myself. So me say to myself say now. Me target my life right there so. Me say anywhere me see a girl. Anywhere me see me I mash up her face. And no Maria. Not the Wendy that you used to see me with on social media, the charity. I am not talking about that Wendy. So don't get it twisted. Alright, thank you for delete the comment. Respect. So me say, me target on my life, me say, anywhere me see that girl, let me mash up her face. Anywhere me see her. So, remember me target the people who watch my life will know say, yes, and I talk that's the truth. Say, anyway she see her, she mash up her face. Yes, me the talk it. Say, anyway me see her, I mash up her face. Alright? Anyway, my cousin funeral come up now. So I say, yes man, she must have come to funeral. Anyway, I see that girl here, I tear off her face. So I prepare for her, I tear her face. Anyway, I see that girl here, that girl face gone. And anytime I see her funeral tomorrow, I just wait till when funeral over. As funeral over, so I mash up as funeral over. That is what I said in my life. I don't need to tell no lie now. So if you think that I don't come out comfortable, say, oh no, don't think about me, don't think about me. You see, if me have something to clear up, guys, me, I will tell the truth. I don't need to put on and take on nothing. That's exactly what I say. Anyway, Saturday funeral, from Friday morning, my mother begged me, say, please, me beg you, my daughter, I don't think she will see you. And say nothing at all to you. So don't say nothing to her, make she go on. I say, mommy, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. After all them deal with, after all she deal with me, I make people on social media bring me down and tear me down, mommy. Mommy, me have to deal with her, mommy, because I feel better me deal with her, mommy. I have to get justice, mommy. Me never feel good. Never feel good, mommy, if I don't deal with her. I'm talk to mommy, and one day every other message mommy saying, mommy, I beg me, don't say nothing to her. Me see her. Alright? Kishana Davy, you run down for your life, look what about run, come listen to Anna Saga. Go watch your dirty catches, your jaws scratches them stiff like board. Your jaws scratches them stiff like a board, Kishana Davy. You run down for your life, but come listen to Anna Saga. Me just see you up in your life, you know. Well, come listen to Anna Saga. You see your jaws scratch them stiff. When you not go get something, go look when you look a dirty dry head. And go find a good bed to sleep on. Copy a dusty car where they sleep on. Yeah. Dirty nastiness. You want two good drawers. No man never give me a hit and run yet. And the man give a hit and run yet, have to jump a man fence, dirty nastiness. You better go pick up your look of dirty nastiness and fix yourself together. You look like a some old clothes government. You need to go get some rare clothes and fix up a look of some bait for young girl. A young girl like you so stink. As you see through the fire, you say you stink and nasty. Yeah, I say you look. No man no want you can't hold a good man. You know what the man do? The man come from find a rev about you, look at dirty careless front and put out you. And when you call the boy you have ball, tell man for open door. Man not open me. Me don't eat from morning. Leave look water, me not drink it, boy you run up and like but come listen to Anna Saga. Move for yourself dirty girl and go bathe. Move yourself for yourself. I'm a black card here for this, but when you're about Anna here in Christian, come on for this and go bathe too. You ain't time to come by and
give it to them, like Anna. Give it to them.
Yeah, me a black on you instant. As in the come by and me like me a black on you. Me tell me one of bills. Me push me on a door. No girl and no boy can tell me where to come out and come say.
Yes.
And when me supposed to answer and when me not to answer.
Tell them.
Alright, anyway, Kishan Davis, I know you may come. I know you may come, but go and take a look at pay my yellow run. But me just have to get up out there to rain, but you're gonna make live. You're gonna make live, you're gonna make live. No, I never give me a hit and run yet. I'm gonna give you a hit and run because you're all miserable. And I don't care who want bets and who want boss. Come on for this. I don't care who want bets and I don't care who want boss when me talk. Alright? Anyway, me there talk guys, I'm say, back to the story now. When you know me there talk, I'm say, hey you Mr. Gala. Hey you Mr. Gala. You're gonna mash up. So my mother say, please me I beg you, my daughter. Me know see when you get ignorant, you get mad and sitting. Nobody can control it so easy. So my daughter, me I beg you, please me daughter, please me I beg you, my daughter. Please me daughter, nobody do nothing, nobody say nothing to her, nobody do nothing. Wait. I say, alright mommy, me not go bother do nothing too tough. If I even 2 bucks. If I even 2 bucks, mommy. Mommy say, no man, nobody give no box. Me say, mommy, if I even 200 years as mommy. Mommy say, no, please, me beg you. Me have one next cousin. But I respect and love so much. And my cousin say, me I beg you, listen to me. Me you can talk, me you can reason. All you talk to you, you always listen to me. You know, so me not tell you no foolishness. Alright? When you see her, you say nothing at all to her. Make sure go on. Me say you can't do nothing cause. Anyway, fast forward, me get ready the morning, you know, I say, if we go a funeral now. So when me get ready in the morning, if we go a funeral, I'm not going when I can't go a funeral now. I'm saying to the persons in the car, I say, you know, say, I go listen to my mother, I go listen to my cousin. I see that girl today, I stay far from her. As far as number 1 day, from number 11, I stay far from that girl here. I don't say nothing to her. I listen to my mother say, I listen to what my cousin say. I avoid her. I go to funeral, and as funeral finish, I go back on my yard. Alright, cool. That's what I say. Everybody in the car agree and say, yes. I'm glad I make up my mind to say nothing to her. Alright, cool. When we go to funeral now, most of the funeral service I was standing up. Cause when I sit down, I feel more weaker when I sit down. Cause my cousin I bury my cousin I love. So I feel more weaker when I sit down. So most of the funeral I was standing up. Okay? Alright. Then you know, I had a case of water that I was giving out in the church. We give out the water in the church and thing and you know. And then now, so at that time now, I come in contact with her in the church. Because I give out the water in the church. So I come in contact with her now. I know I'm not saying to the girl, you know. I'm not saying to her because I have no intention to say. I go, hold on, just let me read a comment here. Sharon Carnegie, you chat too damn much. Sit down and listen to how story go before you start chat. Dirty woman when me class you. You chat too much. Come out of your business. And if you don't have nothing to say, don't say anything. Sit down and listen to conversation before you start running up a thinking mouth. Come off my line and block you. I don't want to up on my page. Come off of this. Yeah. So me I deal with you. We don't get the story. So all not comment in that chat. All not get the story. Comment normal things, man. Until when you get the full story. Then you can comment and tell Anna if Anna wrong or Anna right. Shut your mouth. You hear me say me that plan to beat the girl and me say me not bother. You hear me say in the morning, me never funeral? Me say, she chat me, she bring me down and she tear me down on social media. And jam me name and mud up me name and make people who don't know me believe all the lies that she plot against me. And me plan to anyway me see her, me have to mash up her face. You know what it feels like with somebody tear you down and bring you down on social media? You know what it feels like? No, you never been there, so you don't know. You know what it feels like when people are there calling, oh you scam, oh you cheat, and people who don't know you come up and hearing people saying these things about you. And some of them grab tweet because people attach themselves to negativity more than how they attach themselves to positivity. False news, mix up and gossip, run and spread fast like a wildfire. So, when people are bringing on a joy down, people from all over the world I see. I don't want good feeling that. I just threw me any type of girl to come out and come in and a loose chatting and back and forth explanation with nobody. Me can't find you, I don't know if you locate you. Me just, nobody has to make you alone talk. So now when you come up and you come and chat to the look thinking tiling more like you know how it feel when somebody are degrade and a dry you down. Love me alone, I'm going to put a God secretary. Anyway, that was a commercial break, guys. I don't lose that back track. No lose that back track. That was a commercial break. So, somebody did say, because of all of that what she going with me, me say, anyway, me see her, me mash her up. Alright? Alright, cool. The morning me say, me not something to her, make she go on, everything good. And she take it with ease. Me take it loose, me not say nothing. Coffee now, no share water in the church and everything. Me not say nothing to her. Floral tribute I give out, me hold the flowers, the casket spray, and everybody walk up in line, come put them stick the flowers in the casket spray because I was holding it. She come right in front of me, come stick the flowers in the casket spray. I don't say anything to her. Nothing else say to her. Come my mama don't tell her say, me I listen to my mother say, and I listen to my cousin, and I trouble her. All along, me never know say, the girl, voila, me so come. All along, guys, me never know say, when me in a church and I say, me, no argument, that the angle of the knife is purple. Fear angle of your knife is not purple, it's brown. Me never know say all along, when me go to the girl in a church and I get water, and when the girl come again, so close to me, me never know say in a church, the girl have a long knife to blood cleave down your soul. I want floral flowers. I never know that. I remember say, me tell her say me da go mash up the girl. Anyway me see her, me a mash her up. And I say me I listen to my mother, me I listen to my cousin, me I say nothing to her. Me I just know her. Me no war, me no argument, me I say nothing. All along me in a church, me never know say, the girl have a long knife. When we come out of church now, Me out of church outside. Two different somebody tell me say. One somebody said to me say, you know that girl over there, son? I said, yeah. So I said, I said, she'll kill you today. She said she'll kill you today. Today you are dead. Two family members go buried today. And you are dead today. Anyway, I'm going easy same way. I'm sorry to her. I'm going easy. Because you know, people can come with some foolishness sometimes. You know what I mean? But me think of it and say, you know, come to somebody could just come out of the blues with this stuff. You know how it gets serious now? And when one of few family member tell me say, you know what say? Wendy say, today she will kill you. Me have to run her a while ago.
Hey.
When she tell me say, you must dead today and today she will kill you.
What?
He gets serious now.
So this not
I
plug
wasn't
in?
the one who drive no hearse. I wasn't driving the hearse. I never drive no hearse. When me hear that now, my heart start beat fast. I remember me tell her say, the anger, how me
just say.
I say, anyway, me see her, me go mash her up, all of that cool down and me in an argument. So me hear now say, the girl have a long night in a church and say, today she a kill me a bury today. I say, what? When
Guys, what you know say? Boy, me plug in the tablet here, you know. Me plug in the tablet from when me plug in the tablet. And the tablet they show me 100%. You know how much they pay right now? 10. 10. So me don't see if you go. All of the other rest of them they say 100. It's been charging. Me not understand what they go on with them sitting here. You hear me tell us me dep on a panic mood? Me dep on a panic mood. Anna sound like a big bully. I say Anna sound like a big bully. Stop it, man. She have to defend herself. Anna have all what me see pan ya what then do with Anna? Where then all Anna go yeah, all Anna go come? No man, she have to defend herself, man. She have to defend herself. No man. Boy, me telling you say me dep on a mood right now, you know, no stop it. Let me play Anna. Because Anna one can't take me out of my misery right now.
I'm going to tell me now. What want me? I say, Bombard. This gets serious now. Alright now, remember me in the earth now, my vehicle me a drive. So when
hey,
she over,
Bloom.
when she over,
Bloom me, what they want?
About me come out of earth and earth man and this and no earth no have nothing to do with this.
Bloom me, what they want? Bloom?
I was driving my own vehicle. I was not driving the earth. I could not manage to drive my cousin body around there on funeral day. So I was not driving any earth. I was in my vehicle. I mean, I don't need to tell no lie. I don't need to pretty up nothing. I don't need to take off nothing. I don't need to add on nothing. So anyway, guys, move up now. When me here say, the girl have a long knife in her clothes, in her church, and she happened to kill me. Boops, you're gonna fall.
Me alright, man, me alright.
When me say we're not tear, me say we're not tear, wicked. So alright then. So now, it's a blood clean. You want to tell me, say, Father God, to the...
Me I listen to the weather in and out, people.
Thinking
that somehow they have a special protection. Somehow they're going to be okay.
All right.
Because they've been okay in the past. They have not seen the storm that we're going to see.
Hey, yeah.
So what could we see in Pinellas County? Officials are anticipating tropical storm conditions this afternoon.
Hurricane
And then, as we said,
Milton,
worst conditions
Hillsborough
overnight.
County.
130 mile per hour winds or stronger. Wall of storm surge could come up to the bay and across our coast. The wall of water could be between 9 to 13 feet on our beaches and up to 15 feet in bayfront areas. There are still people trying to move out of the storm's path, but finding gas is a challenge. And
Yes.
Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer is in Sefner with a look at that.
Most of the remaining gas stations and truck stops are now either closing or are closed for the remainder of the day. That includes this one, which is the Flying J truck stop off of I-4 in Sefner. Earlier today, the gas station was packed with drivers topping off their tanks and filling up gas containers. A short time ago, Governor DeSantis gave an update on the fuel situation in Florida. He says the state has 1.1 million gallons of gas and 1.6 million gallons of diesel on hand and ready to distribute after Hurricane Milton passes. During the last couple of days, Florida Highway Patrol escorted 106 long-distance fuel tankers to make emergency fuel deliveries. DeSantis also warned that there may be interruptions at the ports in Tampa and Manatee County, and the state is working on contingency plans if that happens. Drivers, meanwhile, across Tampa Bay are also making their own contingency plans if fuel is hard to come by following the storm.
Well, basically, I have one car that's full of gas just in case we did decide to leave early. So I figured, I heard the governor on the news this morning say the truck stops are open. They should have more supply of gas than a regular gas station. So I said, let me Google, and they're open. They're open across the street. And I need a funnel also, so why not get some gas and fill up two cars?
There is a real concern among some experts that fuel supplies could be impacted by the storm. According to Fox Business, 10 gas companies operating in terminals along the waterfront in Tampa, including BP, Chevron, and Citgo, could be impacted by flooding and power outages. Now, experts say topping off the gas, filling up the gas in preparation for the storm is, of course, a good idea. However, they say you should not fill up extra containers and definitely don't leave them inside the house. In Tampa, Aaron Mesmer, Fox 13 News.
And you can find more storm coverage right in the palm of your hand on our Fox Local mobile app. It has the latest county updates, even forecast videos from our weather team. And you can also stream our live newscasts. It's free to download for iPhone and Android phones, and it's great to have once the power goes out. And another option, radio. Several local radio stations are carrying our newscasts, and you can listen to our hurricane coverage on 102.5 The Bone, 97X, 101.5 The Vibe. So we're going to break, or we're going back to Jim? All right, let's go back to Jim.
Yeah, watching yet another warning here, and we flip over to Sky Tower radar. And what we're looking at is across Polk County. That's the area that we're watching right now. If you can give me my radar output here. What we're looking at is another warning. There you go. Thank you. That goes until 3:15. This is at one cell. I mean, what's interesting about this, just from the scientific standpoint, this is a cell that was essentially working its way to the north. Now, because it's part of that whole band, it's now turning more towards a northwesterly direction. So you watch that cell over towards Dundee. It was basically at one point heading towards I-4 and now making that turn. And you can see this area. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in to this spot because right near Auburndale. This may be passing over Auburndale, maybe just to the north of it. But right now it looks like it's working its way very close to you, between 17 and 92. This is the area as I stop the radar and circle this spot right there. And we look at the rotation in this, and you're seeing a very strong rotation. You're seeing those reds in there. That is showing that very, very strong rotation right now between Lake Alfred, Auburndale, and Winter Haven, situated right in this one spot. This is a radar indicated tornado moving to the northwest at 25 miles an hour.
Some of uno no know how fi open uno mouth and what fi say and what not fi say. Where the fuck you mean say menopause? That's menopause. What you mean that's menopause? Me I go through menopause time, me they go through panic attack. There's a storm coming, there's a hurricane coming. My life, my family, and everybody's life is in danger. And all you can come on me page come say, I'm on a pause. What I'm on a pause? Boy, you see, you not always draw people out. You not always know how to draw people out. You know dirty drunk crew. You know the drunk crew and the dog what done the chat about. You know. You make me listen to the weather.
You're the one. I want you to go into that safe location, away from any windows, lower level of your house. You can turn the TV up so you can hear us. You can also get the Fox Local app. You should have that on your phone right now. You can turn this on that app, and you can listen in case your power goes out. Your TV is going to go off, but your cell phone is going to continue to work, so you can continue to hear us. You can continue to hear those warnings that we're giving you as well. And definitely seeing a very strong rotation in this area as we look at the velocities. This is a very strong. If you don't have an actual tornado on the ground, you most certainly have some very, very strong winds in this cell right now, moving through Lake Alfred over towards Auburndale as well. You see some of these winds, and this is a couple thousand feet up into the atmosphere because we're using a radar to see these winds right now. So we don't see it at the surface, we see just above the surface, but that's what you're looking at here are winds 80, 90 miles an hour. And then when you have the rain on top of that, you have the very strong rain. What it does is it carries those very strong winds that are just above you down to the ground. So in these areas, you have these winds. You're more than likely seeing winds gusting right now over 50 miles an hour if you don't have a tornado, but we're seeing signs of rotation in this. So it's very likely you either have a tornado about to touch down or you have a tornado on the ground right now, basically between Lake Alfred, Auburndale, and Winter Haven, and moving to the northwest right now at 25 miles an hour. So as I zoom in, I'm going to look at where this is as far as the velocity is concerned, and then we're going to put a track on this to give you a bit of an idea. So if this is moving to the northwest at about 25 miles an hour, these are the areas that we're most concerned about as far as where this is heading to in the next, say, 45 minutes. So Kathleen, Foxtown, Polk City, you can see Auburndale, 8 minutes, essentially it's on top of you right now. Over towards Providence, 36 minutes if this holds together that long, which is certainly a possibility because we've seen the trend has been for these to be lasting very long periods of time. Sounds like we're getting yet another warning starting to come out right now. So we'll kind of go out a bit wider and see what is the new warning here that we have as we watch this one. We also have another one down in the Highlands County, and we've got yet more coming into portions of Highlands County. And at this point, it looks as if what they're doing is they're just filling in who in Highlands County does not have a warning.
Gosh, that is
because this has got to be about one of the most bizarre looking tornado warning boxes that you'll see. But it's basically who doesn't have a warning. We've got to fill in who doesn't have a warning, and that's essentially, it looks like, your newest warning, which that one goes until 3:30. Yes. Okay. So now we're getting reports of damaged homes in Lake Placid on Bell Tower Avenue. So this is right in. Here's Lake Placid. I'm not going to even pretend to know exactly where this is.
It's on I-27.
Report of 10 homes in
it's
this
over
area.
by I-27.
So once again, this tells us, we've seen confirmed tornadoes moving through this area. So this is the spot that we're talking about, that yet again we have another tornado warning in this area. Now just going in.
That's quite a little distance from me. That's the road that goes to Belglade.
The latest tornado warning in Highlands. This is the extreme southeastern corner of Highlands County, and this is because we have a confirmed tornado once again just to the south, right there. You can see the rotation. This is a confirmed tornado in Glades County, and this is working its way on
Hey,
to the
cuz,
north,
what's
and
up,
the
baby?
northeast,
What's up?
northwest rather, at about 20 to 30 miles an hour. So this will be working its way into that one, essentially the one portion of Highlands County that is not currently under a warning. And then we have that confirmation of damaged homes in Lake Placid. You have more rotations working their way through there as well. But that also
Lake
tells us
Placid,
that
27.
these are some of the same
I-27.
rotations that have now worked their way all the way up towards Avon Park. You're seeing what doesn't necessarily look to be a rotation, but we're seeing signs of some really strong winds, say from Avon Park along 64 and just starting to work their way into southern Polk County. So, I mean, this is just continuing to be an extremely dangerous and serious situation with this band that's working its way through. The amount of energy we've seen in this one band has just simply been amazing.
Yeah, and you know, we saw this band when it was just off the coast, and we saw all of those potential cells for spin ups, and we certainly were seeing that on radar, and we had a feeling that once these came on shore, we would just have a series of tornado warnings and tornadic storms with those rain bands, and that's certainly come to fruition here. We think about kind of all of that rotation as it comes on land, all that friction it creates, and we get just general that rotation, and with this just broad rotation with Hurricane Milton now about 200 miles or less away from us, we already have a lot of the dynamics in place, and these are some fast moving storms, and so they're able to spin up these, at this point, very powerful tornadoes that we've been seeing here a little bit closer to Tampa Bay and off to the east coast of the state, really on the other side of Alligator Alley, some very large tornadoes in those areas as well. And so very dangerous situation as we anticipate, you know, more of these to be able to unfold here as we're expecting more of these rain bands to kind of lift in from the south and southwest. So Jim continuing to kind of circle in on some of the areas of immediate concern with these latest warnings.
Just to kind of go back, this is the area near Lake Placid that we got the reports near Bell Tower Avenue, just kind of a broad brush. This is the area that we're looking at where we got the confirmation of, it sounds like 10 homes damaged by the tornado. So that was the one that worked its way through.
Oh, tornado round day. Tornado the round day.
Yeah, so we're talking nearly an hour ago. I was going to guess about 30 minutes ago, but time is going by pretty quickly here. So you look at the current warnings that we have, and essentially, we'll go ahead and we'll say anyone in Highlands County, you're under a warning right now, because I think there's to be technical, there's a little sliver of southwestern corner of Highlands County, but at this point, everybody's under warning in Highlands County that extends up into southern Polk County, and I'm noticing right here, maybe it looks like something, it looks like maybe just, oops, sorry about that, just to the south of Fort Meade. Starting to see, it looks like the possibility of some rotation there as well as we look at that rotation. Yeah, there we go. I've seen a very strong sign of some rotation right there. So that is south of Fort Meade. Put this into motion so we kind of get an idea of the motion of this. And so it does look like Fort Meade. This is basically heading right up in your direction. So we're going to be watching this. Technically, you're not under a warning. It's just to your south. So at this point, I mean, it doesn't mean a whole lot that it's only just to your south. I would consider yourself in the warning right now. Fort Meade, south of Bartow, Pembroke, south of there as well. Pembroke, go ahead and consider yourself in this warning as well, because this looks like this could be yet another tornado either forming or on the ground at this point in this location. I'm going to go out wide once again. Let's look up near Auburndale. This is the one that we were talking about just a few minutes ago. And yes, once again, still seeing signs of rotation with this storm as well. If you're not seeing a tornado on the ground because of the heavy rain, you certainly have extremely strong winds in this, because when you look at some of the winds just above the surface, we're close to 100 miles an hour, 96 miles an hour right now, just to the north of Auburndale. Yes, that's just above the surface, but you have that torrential rain which carries that momentum of all that wind right down to the ground. So this is going to cause damage in this area, whether it's straight line winds or whether it's an actual tornado on the ground. Who cares at this point?
Yeah, and as we're talking about the wind threat, moving forward, We are going to be dealing with these very damaging wind gusts that continue to move through, especially with these stronger rain bands. I mean, you look at how heavy the rain is coming down for these areas. All of these areas that are currently under these tornado warnings. I mean, we're talking very heavy rain, so rain-wrapped tornado activity as well. And then we're looking at the potential for these wind gusts, you know, upwards of 100 miles per hour as we get closer and closer to that landfall. And of course, with that, we're already seeing those rain totals start to add up here, and we're expecting, you know, some pretty high rain totals when it's all said and done. But you look at that, already just outside of downtown St. Pete, nearly 5 inches of rainfall, you know, 2-3 inches really area wide as we get into parts of Sarasota, Manatee County, and even inland, and in some of those spots where we've seen some of these kind of tornado warned storms go roll through right around the Sebring area. Looks like 2.5 inches there. Fort Meade just outside you, 2.5 down to 3 in the Wauchula area as well. So yes, the rain is going to be a concern, and you can see all that heavy rain just off the coast there, as that's already been kind of coming down, and we're seeing more of these winds kind of bumping up to our coast. And so I'm going to continue to watch for these conditions to worsen here through the rest of this afternoon, this evening, especially as we look at Sky Tower radar. We can really see all of that activity, all of these heavy rain bands lifting from south to north, and so heavy rain coming down, but particularly in this kind of band from Polk County right on through parts of Avon Park down to Sebring. I mean, those rainfall rates look pretty intense to me, and so we're going to continue to see those 2 and 3 inch totals that we've already seen come down on the ground really stack up pretty quickly. There, it looks like we've switched over to our actual rainfall rates. 7.5 inches per hour. I mean, that's incredible. 6 inches per hour. These are some of the rain bands that we're talking about when we're talking about the potential for these isolated rainfall totals when this event is all said and done to be well over a foot. And it's bands like this that are dropping 6-7 inches of rain per hour that are going to be some of the problem areas moving forward.
This is going to cause very quick flooding in these areas, because no, it doesn't rain at that rate in this spot for an hour, but it's there for 15 minutes, and just the amount of rain that you're going to pick up in it. I mean, you're going to pick up an inch or two of rain in 15 minutes, and even for Florida, that's a lot of rain for us to pick up in that short amount of time. So you're going to start to see, I think, some substantial flooding with this as well over the next several hours as well. So we just continue to watch each one of these areas. Southern Polk County, watching this area moving into, now it looks like moving just to the north and west of Auburndale, basically right over the Polk Parkway. We're seeing that's one area that we've been watching. I'm going to go ahead and circle this area right here. So that one looks like it's continuing to work its way onto the north and the west, go out wide once again, and then you look down into essentially all of Highlands County. So we're going to continue to watch each one of these areas. We're going to take a quick little break here, and we're going to be back with obviously much more as we continue.
Have you suffered damage from the storm? Our legal team can help. The job of the insurance adjuster is to save the insurance company money. Our job is to make sure you get treated fairly. Let the lawyers at Farah and Farah review your claim for free.
Financial pressure can feel like this. Finding peace of mind, that's where Amscot comes in.
Oh, hi there. Amscot has cash advances from $50 to $1,000 and no credit check. Get started at amscot.com.
When somebody has been injured in an accident, the insurance company is already investigating the matter. My name is Doug Bernetti, and I'm the founder of Bernetti PA. The most important thing that you should look for in the lawyer that you're hiring is to make sure that they have the experience and that they have the financial ability to pursue the case. People with lawyers get at least 3 times more compensation than those without lawyers. I like representing the underdog.
I was hit from behind by another driver.
I was T-boned by another car.
The crash injured my neck and my back.
I called several attorneys, but nobody would take my case. But when I called Chris, he sent someone right over.
I would like to thank Chris LaGore for being a friend and a great lawyer.
I never forgot what Chris did for me.
I would absolutely recommend Chris to anyone who's hurt, and in fact, I already have.
Christopher Liguori and Associates at chrisliguori.com.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal?
I saw the results immediately.
It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's best offer of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
Check it out, Snatch Waist. Loving the results. It will change your life. It did for me.
Call 1-888-958-7449 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Millions of people have chosen Amscot Cash Advance when things come up. Why? Maybe you should ask one of them.
Amscot has cash advances from $50 to $1,000 and no credit check.
Many branches open 24/7. Get started at amscot.com.
No matter how you've been hurt, in a car accident, on the job, or from a medical mistake, it doesn't matter. Life goes on. How that life goes on is where we come in. Farah and Farah.
What a deal.
Welcome back, everyone. Conditions are worsening as the hurricane approaches. In St. Petersburg, flooding could force the city to shut down some sewer facilities. Let's head to Fox 13's Kaylee Tracy, who is live at St. Pete near the pier with the very latest out there. Kaylee, how are the conditions?
Hey, since I talked to you guys last, conditions have certainly deteriorated. We are down on docks before I've been in this area. It's close to the pier. You can see the white caps already out here, the pier in the distance. And St. Pete PD says they've already seen flooding across the city. City officials say, they told us earlier that we would expect to feel the most significant impacts this afternoon, and those hurricane force winds around midnight. And they say, do not let your guard down. Please remember, St. Pete remains in the cone of uncertainty. That means we're still in the danger zone to receive the eye of the storm. I hear the sighs of relief when we see those small jocks south. Don't let your guard down. Again, we are expecting impacts, direct impacts from this storm. While miles matter, we remain a short distance from the projected path of the eye of that storm. And the city expects to shut down the northeast and southwest sewer treatment facilities to keep operators out of those sites safe who are operating them currently. They'll close those sites if 5 to 7 feet of water get onto the sites or if the winds get unsafe for those operators and they have to evacuate them. They will let you know beforehand if that decision is made. Officials are urging affected residents, if that does happen, not to flush the toilets, shower, or do laundry. City officials say they hope to get things back up and running 24 hours after it's safe to come back to that plant, but they say it could take longer. They also mentioned services like water, sewer, and electric overall. It could be out for days and possibly weeks. It all depends on what we see from this storm, but just as of right now, you can see the conditions have deteriorated just in the hour and a half since we talked to you guys last. Back to you.
Yeah, it is already looking pretty rough out there. All right, Kaylee Tracy live at the St. Pete Pier. Kaylee, thank you.
All right, we're going to go back to Jim and Valerie. And so far, the story of Milton has been an outbreak of tornadoes.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're continuing to watch that here very closely on Sky Tower radar. We were just looking at that 3 o'clock advisory that dropped in. And I'll get to that in just a second. But let's show you what we're tracking out there on Sky Tower. You can see this really...
Yes, I'm home. Yes, I am home.
...of thunderstorms and rain bands that are causing really a tornadic outbreak that extends across so many counties. We're going to kind of circle in this area here. You can very clearly see the wrapping of those bands that are coming on shore and just the line of tornado warnings that are coming with them. So really quite incredible as we are tracking just these storms that have been able to sustain not just tornadoes, but very large, dangerous and damaging tornadoes. We just got reports of a tornado that touched down near Fantasy of Flight in Polk County. We know that about 10 homes were damaged from that storm that we were just tracking near Lake Placid. And so we're going to continue to keep a very close eye on these storms, as we still have several tornado warnings in effect, and we're switching over to our storm winds. That's where we kind of take a closer look at the velocity levels that are happening closer to the ground. So we're looking for those signs of rotation here.
Oh,
and
God.
it looks like this is one of the areas right outside of Lakeland, Eaton Park and Galloway, Auburndale areas. Some of those spots are kind of right where we're watching for the potential of some of that rotation detector. You can see that where we're kind of highlighting that green color there. And so these are the areas that we're keeping a close eye on. We do know that kind of generally just to the south of here, we've got a whole cluster of, tornadic activity, these thunderstorms that have been producing these spin-ups. And so these are all kind of lifting from south to north. And so we're highlighting these areas that are potentially in line to see this activity moving in, to see these warnings possibly extend further north, because that's basically what we've seen as we've been kind of moving forward over the last couple of hours. There we're kind of focusing in right to the east of Fort Meade and kind of right across, it looks like 98 and outside the frost-proof area. That's another spot where we're seeing some rotation detector, some of that debris indication, I guess you would say, on our radar there, where we're seeing those bright greens, those bright red colors.
Yeah, we just continue to see all these areas right now, right between Fort Meade and Frostproof. That's an indication of a very strong rotation in this area as we flip over and you look at the winds in this, and you're seeing that just in the velocity data here, where you're seeing is just crossed over Fort Meade. Every one of these are moving to the north or the northwest at about 25 to 30 miles an hour, and it's just that same band that essentially all morning has shown rotation after rotation. Here's another one that's worked its way into extreme eastern and southeastern Highlands County. So this is well to the south and east of Sebring right now. This is working its way up towards 98. Not a whole lot of population in that area, but it is yet another area that we're watching very closely. And we flip back over and just look at that more traditional activity, where we're looking at all the rain, and you can see just how much of this. And so on top of all this, we're really now starting to accumulate so much more of that rain coming down. Now, go out a little wider here, and over here is where we actually have the eye. Now, the eye is located, if we go right to the center of that, back towards Sarasota, we're now about 85 miles off the coast. And I want to go out just a little bit wider on this, and we'll back up the time here for about an hour and just kind of loop through this to see what kind of movement we've got with this. And it just continues on that same track. One of the things we'll be watching for as we go through the afternoon is just to see if we have any sort of indication of any wobbles with this. We go back in time a little bit further with this, and what you're looking at is, again, a pretty steady, straight path with this. But quite often, you see these wobbles. We like to think when we draw these lines on here on the forecast track that they move from point A to point B. Well, that's just not the way it works. They wobble and they weave along, so it's not really a complete straight path with these. And so as we go through to later on today and into tonight, any wobble that we do see, that can really spell a big difference for exactly who is affected by this as we go through this evening. Now, it does look like maybe we've just gotten yet another warning here as I look at this popping up here. It looks like right there. I'm going to go ahead and stop the radar, and let's take a quick look at this to see if we've got yet another warning. This goes till 3:30. This is for, let's look at some of the winds inside of this. I think what we're just looking at is just more of the same in these areas, right along 98 and pushing up towards Bartow and Eagle Lake. We do see what looks like definite rotation, or a pretty good sign. It looks like maybe just on that western side of this warning as well, an area that we're going to continue to watch as well. So if you are in Mulberry, if you're in Bartow, if you're over towards Lake Wales, or maybe just to the little bit of the west of Lake Wales, and then back towards Eagle Lake. These are the areas right now. And I think, you probably want to take cover. You want to be in that safe location as well. We've seen definitely some signs of some rotation. We had some in and around the Auburndale area. You are now out of your warning up towards Auburndale, in and around into the east of Lakeland. That does look like that has weakened. That warning has now expired for that area.
All right.
So right now we have 2 active warnings in the area, one into central and southern Polk County, extending down towards Sebring, and then that other one in extreme eastern and southeastern corner of Highlands County. You look at the radar.
That's
again,
run by Palm Beach. That's run by Belgrade in them the area there.
Across the area that we just continue to see each one of these bands. And the other thing that you notice is you're seeing more and more that southern side of the storm that is getting eroded away. And so that's something that we've been talking about, that we've noted would happen with this. But we're also seeing so much of that weather on that northern side of the storm. And that's going to continue to be more of an issue here as we go through the rest of today. Now, again, circling back and talking about that 3 o'clock advisory, right now you're seeing that maybe ever so slightly slowing down to the northeast at 16 miles an hour. The winds have been steadily but slowly coming down. Early this morning, 6 o'clock hour, these winds were still 160 miles an hour. This is still a category 4. So is it going to weaken some more? More than likely it's going to weaken some more, but this is still going to be a very powerful hurricane. We're still going to see that storm surge, even with the weakening, that storm surge, that doesn't change. It's just at this point, it's a matter of who exactly ends up getting the worst of that storm surge. And that is going to be from the center of where this moves on shore and to the right, or in this case, to the south of this. So if it takes a track like this, in large part, it will help to spare portions of Tampa Bay. Now, there's still going to be some storm surge that works its way in, and the way the winds are, it will still cause some significant flooding in some areas, but this could at least alleviate that worst case scenario of what we've been fearing across Tampa Bay. But us escaping it across Tampa Bay also means some of our neighbors just to our south, down into Manatee and Sarasota, they are taking the full brunt of this as we go through this evening. Also notice this track as it moves its way across the state and pushing over onto the other side of the state. Even by tomorrow morning, we're still talking about 85-mile-an-hour winds across the state. Category 1 as it exits out into the Atlantic. So this is a storm that is going to cause widespread destruction, devastation, power outages across the entire central portion of the state. Now you look at that dry air that continues to wrap into this system. That's been the 2 things that we have talked about with this, is the dry air and the wind shear. And to talk more about some of the threats and what we're going to see throughout the rest of the afternoon, I want to pass this over to Valerie. Valerie?
Yeah, and you know, it is interesting, Jim, as we're seeing this tropical system start to interact with, say, these more northern types of energy. We've got this jet dripping in. We've got a cold front that's kind of across northern parts of Florida. And so as this tropical system is interacting with those areas, we are certainly seeing those signs of it eroding away at some of the key components there. And these are the reasons that we anticipate some further weakening on approach to landfall, which we are closing in on now. That is going to be later tonight into the early Thursday morning hours. And it's right where this storm comes on shore and right in that immediate area around it where the strongest winds are certainly going to be felt, upwards of that 110 mile per hour threshold. But then you look at how big of an area that we have, kind of this red color here that extends across into the Space Coast, Fort Pierce, Melbourne, Orlando areas. We are talking about some very damaging winds to be possible. 74, 110 miles per hour. And then we kind of see that shift even into parts of St. Augustine, up to 73 mile per hour gusts, and further down areas around Okeechobee, West Palm Beach. We're talking the potential for 58 to 73 mile per hour winds. And so certainly, especially in this part of the state. We're talking west central Florida, expecting some pretty widespread power outages. These type of winds are certainly going to be knocking down trees, limbs, and that's going to come with some pretty severe power outages, especially where this storm comes ashore and kind of takes that track across central parts of the area. So we're focusing in on our wind gust forecast. Right around the 10, 11 o'clock time frame, we start to get up in that threshold of 100-mile-per-hour winds for Sarasota, down to Venice in our inland spots. Look at Arcadia around Wauchula, Sebring, up to that 50, 60-mile-per-hour threshold. Clearwater gusting up to 70 miles per hour at that point in the night. And then right on into the early Thursday morning hours, we're really going to deal with those winds coming quite quickly. 70, 80-mile-per-hour gusts up and down a lot of our coastal spots. And even as we get inland, still into the early Thursday morning hours, we're looking at the potential around where the storm is, say down to Polk County, some of our southern spots around Highlands. Still
yes,
with those
it big, good as it big.
Threshold up to 70 miles per hour at times. And then
that's why me I stress
down as we head through the later hour morning
Hi, Maureen.
on Thursday. But as for our power outage index, this kind of just paints the picture. It picks up on those potential wind speed forecasts. And so as we get into the later night hours and these stronger winds continue to expand across our area, that's when we can kind of see the highlight for these power outages to start. And then as I kind of play this out, this is paused here 9:30 tonight. And then you can kind of see those traveling, expanding a bit more into some of the areas where we do expect the stronger winds that will be wrapping around the core of this storm. Here's our latest look at satellite imagery where you can really kind of see this defined area here and then all of it kind of getting a little bit spread out, fanned on the north side of that storm as it is interacting with those other features that I mentioned to you. That stronger shear and that drier air will continue to impact this storm, and it's going to be battling those environmental factors that are less favorable to sustain a tropical system, but it is still a very strong storm, and so it's just not going to be enough to knock it down for us to see lessening impacts. But here's our storm surge forecast, and it's important to remember these numbers on the north side, they will not be this high if the storm, say, comes ashore to the south of the area. So you can see this red color here. That's where we've started to shift our thinking as far as where the trends
Sarasota, St. Petersburg.
Areas around Siesta Key, Longboat Key, Ormond Circle,
yes,
right in the Sarasota
Longboat
area,
Key.
and then kind of right on down to the mouth of Port Charlotte. Some of those areas furthermore into Fort Myers that were so
Fort Myers
from Hurricane Ian. Those are some of the spots where with this storm shifting a little bit more to the south, it's more likely we see these numbers on the south side of this forecast play
Fort Myers, they get it cause
really the worst of the storm surge. That's going to be along into the south of the storm. But all of the heavy rain, look at all of what's on the north side of the center of circulation. These are the spots where we're going to talk about flash flooding concerns to be a big deal, as we're talking 6 to 12 inches of rainfall. And in some cases, we're going to talk up to 18 inches of rain. And this is over a relatively short period of time. So the rain is going to be a big concern as well. You see this pink color here? That's basically the highest level we can get as far as an excessive rain outlook is concerned. So there's kind of a look at some of our impacts here around the area. We're going to be with you through it all. So we've got our continuous coverage ongoing for now.
Fort Myers, they get it. You know, they get rain, you know, not true.
Well, thank you. In Sarasota, evacuation shelters are beginning to fill up. Fruitville and Gulf Gate elementary schools are no longer options.
But if you need to get to safety, Philippi Shores Elementary School remains open. Now here's Fox 13's Kimberly Quizon at Gulf Gate in Sarasota.
The winds and the rain have been increasing as each hour passes here in Sarasota County. We're here in Gulf Gate, really close to Gulf Gate Drive and Bisham Road. And you can see right here, this is a creek, and the creek has started to overflow into the roadway. Now today we saw some cars, some trucks going through. Trucks aren't having that much of a hard time going through. Some of the cars, yes, but this is an area where we will continue to keep an eye on just for the flooding threat here. Want to introduce you to a neighbor in Gulf Gate, Leo here. Leo, you've lived here for about 7 years, you said. Have you ever seen this before?
Hi. Only once more I have seen it for Hurricane Debbie, but this is very unusual. And so it raises a little bit of concern because yesterday the level of the water was just a few inches, even this morning, and now it's risen up, I want to say a good 7.5, 8 feet.
So today, I know that you're in Zone B. Your house is a little higher up. Will you be kind of keeping an eye on this just to make sure that you don't need to leave the Gulfgate area?
Oh yes, I am. This is one of my indicators. I come here every couple hours and take a look when the rain recedes a little bit and check on things.
And your sons often come over here and fish, and that's one of the things you just said it a couple seconds ago, but that level, normally it's a pretty low level here where it's not that high, but it's really significantly increased here.
Yes, it has. It definitely has. It's like I said, it's raising concerns and with the neighbors and yeah, we're in the lookout for more weather.
Leo, thank you for talking to us. Stay safe today. But thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you. You guys too, be safe.
So here in Gulfgate, it's funny, if you cross over, one section of Gulfgate is in Zone C evacuation. The other side over here is in Zone B. So really, neighbors, the ones that have decided to stay, will be keeping an eye on this flooding here, just making sure that they are safe. There's still a couple hours to do so, but if people are going to leave, you're going to want to do it while it's still daylight, because this flooding hazard can sometimes be really hard to see as nightfall comes. For now, we're in Sarasota. Kimberly Quizon, Fox 13 News.
Yeah, for some of our counties, it's getting too dangerous, really, to travel because of all these tornado warnings. So you can find more storm coverage right in the palm of your hand on our Fox Local mobile app. It has the latest county updates, even forecast videos from our weather team, and you can also stream our live newscasts. It's free to download for our iPhone and Android phones, and it's great to have once the power goes out.
And another option, radio. Several local radio stations are carrying our newscasts. You can listen to our hurricane coverage on 102.5 The Bone, 97X, and 101.5 The Vibe.
Well, Pasco County preparing for Hurricane Milton and the possibility of huge storm surges along the coastline.
Fox 13's Kylie Jones tells us a lot of people are forced to leave their homes gutted, and they're praying they don't flood again.
As the rain already starts to come down, storm surge flooding and flash flooding here in Pasco County continue to remain one of the main concerns. It's just a matter of how much this area will get, but we know 2 weeks ago, with Hurricane Helene, started rising, and several feet of water came up to these homes in this area. This is Hudson, and you're looking at one of the canals in this area. A lot of homes, as you can see, along the coast, and you can also see mounds of debris that are still sitting outside homes. This has become an added stress and an added factor of danger when it comes to Milton. Now, not only are emergency officials saying people might have to worry about the concern over storm surge flooding and high winds, but emergency officials have said this week that all of this debris you see has the potential to become flying missiles. This debris was left by Hurricane Helene. Again, homes in this neighborhood had feet of flood water inside them after Helene. Now all of this you see has been sitting out on the street for about 2 weeks now. Picking up all of this debris has been one of the top priorities this week by county crews and private debris haulers and contractors. But emergency officials said on Tuesday, Helene left 3 months worth of debris. It's simply not possible to pick all of this up in just a couple of days' time. You can see on this street that debris was not gotten to in time. Although we were in some other parts of Pasco County, in the Port Richey area, the debris appeared to have been collected off of several streets. That was one piece of solace one homeowner in that area had. He said he had 4 feet of water inside his home. You can see it's gutted. There's not even much to protect at this point. He locked up, evacuated, and is hoping for the best.
Wow.
Sandbags ain't gonna do nothing when the water's 4 feet high. You know, there's nothing you could prepare for. You have to make sure you're safe, your family is safe, and that's it. The material things,
yep.
going.
Yep.
There's nothing in this house I can use. Nothing.
Nothing
As
at
the
all.
rain and the wind picks up again, the concern over storm surge flooding and flash flooding still remains. It's just a matter of what level of that we could end up seeing in Pasco County. That's why emergency officials have urged people to heed the warnings and evacuate. You can see the rain coming down right now already and the wind starting to pick up. So time is really running out to do so. Reporting in Pasco County, Kylie Jones.
Thank you, Kylie. So here's a time-lapse video of the Anna Maria Pier from this morning for several hours. Again, this is time-lapse. It's not real time, but it does give you a sense of how really the sun...
Hi, Sandra.
Rain and winds just all day long.
Hi, Sandra, darling. How are you?
At times, periods of heavy rain falling. And we show you this now because the camera has since stopped working, so we can't show you the real time what's going on.
Here's some time-lapse video from Sarasota. You can see how the weather deteriorated as the day went on as well. This is Plymouth Harbor in Sarasota. The sky darkens as rain bands pass through the area, and you can see the wind pick up with the palm trees blowing. Now, thankfully, no traffic on that bridge there.
Governor DeSantis is in Lake City this afternoon, where he just gave another update on the final preparations for the hurricane.
And DeSantis thanked the crews who are preparing our communities for this hurricane while also helping with Helene recovery efforts.
We've had linemen come from all over the continental United States. California, people are coming. Others have come. So we will have over 50,000 linemen that are pre-staged in the state of Florida. As soon as the storm passes, they are going to go to work.
He also reminded Floridians that this is not just a threat to the Gulf Coast. Areas on the storm's path are susceptible to flooding, and they're also at risk of losing power. State officials will be working with the White House and FEMA to bring relief to Floridians affected by the storm. The president also got an update on this afternoon on Hurricane Milton.
Biden is urging everyone to stay aware and take precautions.
To save lives and livelihoods, I want to emphasize a few things. First, many communities in Hurricane Milton's path do not have a moment to catch their breath between Helene and Milton. Two historic storms in 2 weeks. I want to thank everyone who has followed local guidance to evacuate ahead of landfall. I know it's really tough, leaving behind your home, your belongings, everything you own. But I urge everyone in Hurricane Milton's path to follow all safety instructions as we head to the next 24 hours.
All right, keep it right here because Jim and Val and Paul currently monitoring all those tornado warnings and watches, and we're going to have more on that when we return.
This is a live look at Fox 13 Sky Tower radar. Please stand by. Our special storm coverage will resume in just a moment.
No, no.
You're watching Fox
I haven't
13.
heard or
This is a
see
live
or
look
heard
at
nothing,
Sky
baby.
Tower radar. Please stand by. Our special storm coverage will resume
She
in
was
just
in the
a moment.
hospital? Oh, Lord. I didn't hear nothing, my darling. I've not heard nothing. I hope she's okay.
This is a live look at Fox 13 Sky Tower radar. Please stand by. Our special storm coverage will resume in just a moment.
I know.
You're watching Fox 13. This is a live look at Sky Tower radar. Please stand by. Our special storm coverage will resume in just a moment. This is a live look at Fox 13 Sky Tower radar. Please stand by. Our special storm coverage will resume in just a moment.
Guys, listen, them are 2 page. I just say cut, they cut every 5 minutes. Me not do nothing at all for them, they cut the page them. And it just they cut. Listen to me. I'm gonna go and come back. Anytime you see the rain at the doorbell that they got on with itself. The breeze, they blow so hard out there. Guys, I want to thank each and every one of you. Thanks for the thumbs up, thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares. And for the people them who sent me Zelle and Cash App, thank you so much. Some of you guys, I did not see them until this morning. So have a wonderful day, everybody. And I will be right back to make you hear what they go on with the storm. Double tap on the screen, please. Yes, darling. Yes, I will. You guys too. Yes, double tap your screen, guys, as you go along. Thank you so much. And when I come on back later, it's gonna be a non-stop till the hurricane blow. All right, and then me I go show you what one before and after and all of that. So talk to you guys later. Thank you very much. Keep me in your prayers, guys. It was nice to have you here keeping my company. Thank you so much.